latest news in North Washington, go to NCWLIFE.com or find us on Facebook. Got a news tip? Email us at news@NCWLIFE.com or call 888-2020.
Good Tuesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window, and I'm sure a lot of you celebrating today. The wind finally shut down a little bit for us here in north central Washington after about 3 weeks of steady wind. Today, only about 5 to 10 miles an hour as we take a look at beautiful Turtle Rock from our Rondo PTZ camera and a calm Columbia River today. There are some clouds out there. There is a weak cold front that is sliding through the state right now, and we will talk about that a little bit later. But first, here's our outlook for July as far as temperatures and precipitation goes. The white areas, normal. The orange and reds above normal, and the yellows and golds at normal, or I should say below normal, and we are right where we should be for July. A big change, it says there. The big change is we're going to be a lot cooler than we thought we would be. We thought it would be a very hot July a month or so ago, but now it looks to be normal, which still for us is pretty darn warm. And we'll talk more about your weather forecast and how it looks for your Independence Day tomorrow a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. The Stormy Creek fire near Eniat remained at 80 acres overnight and is still 10% contained. A big boom, then the power went out. Those were the Facebook posts this morning as Wenatchee area residents described an electrical outage. And what's left of the old Cascade High School in Leavenworth is currently in the process of demolition as the school district makes way for a new high school this fall. But first we begin tonight. The man who confessed to setting the Sleepy Hollow fire 3 years ago was sentenced today in Chelan County Superior Court. 39-year-old Jeremy Kendall has been ordered by Judge Robert McSeveny to serve 27 months in prison with 18 months of supervision after he's released. NCWLIFE's Steve Hare has more.
Well, the case is closed after Kendall pleaded guilty to the first-degree arson charge. The 39-year-old Wenatchee man appeared in court after he was determined to be mentally competent to stand trial. He had earlier confessed to police that he intentionally set the June 2015 wildfire that destroyed 30 homes and other structures. Several Broadview subdivision homeowners attended today's hearing, and their representative, Jim Huffman, spoke on their behalf.
Through the course of the year that I worked with the neighborhood, I got to know these folks very well, and I really admire their strength and their courage. And most of the healing process was associated with them being able to once again empower themselves to have some control in their life, because all of that had essentially been taken away. Having to deal with insurance carriers, finding new places to live, all of those events made them feel pretty powerless.
Just prior to handing down his sentence, Judge McSeveny also urged Kendall to face the gallery and apologize to the victims face to face.
Mr. Kendall, you could face those victims and tell them yourself.
This is something I normally would never do. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for everything you lost. I'm sorry that this took place and did what it did to your lives. If I could take anything back, it's this. I'm so sorry.
McSeveny said he sympathizes with the plight of the victims, but he conceded that he's limited to what he can do under the state's standardized sentencing guidelines.
So this sentence, I think anybody looking at the aftermath of this fire and looking at the sentencing range probably is somewhat shocked that that's all that happens to somebody. And I'm not faulting it here in any way, but I'm just simply saying that the law as enacted sets this penalty within those parameters.
The judge also acknowledged Kendall's history of mental health problems. He was sent to Eastern State Hospital after he confessed to setting the fire and has since undergone treatment, and part of his sentence requires him to be continually monitored and medicated. The judge has also ordered Kendall to reappear for a restitution hearing in September to decide if he should be required to pay restitution. Steve Hare, NCWLIFE News.
Thank you, Steve. The Stormy Creek fire near Eniat remained at 80 acres overnight and is 10% contained. The fire started around 3:30 p.m. Sunday on the west side of the Eniat River, about 17 miles up from US 97A on Eniat River Road near Stormy Creek. The fire is under the management of a joint command comprised of the Chelan, Eniat, Manson, and Orondo fire districts, as well as the State Department of Natural Resources and U.S. Forest Service firefighters. There are approximately 140 personnel on scene, including 3 20-person hand crews. 2 additional hand crews have been ordered. Wind continues to be a major concern, along with an expected warming trend over the next few days. The fire is moving upslope now, away from the Eniat River toward Tyee Ridge. Air assets, helicopters, and fixed-wing airplanes have been used and remain a valuable part of the fire suppression efforts. At this time, there are no fire closures. Campgrounds, trails, and Forest Service roads are accessible to the public. However, Level 1 evacuation notices are still in place for about 50 to 60 homes on both sides of Eniat River Road, from milepost 20 Tyee Ranch to Potato Creek Road. A big boom, then the power went out. Those were the Facebook posts this morning as Wenatchee area residents described an electrical outage that knocked about 2,700 Chelan County PUD customers off the grid overnight. It started shortly after 2 a.m. Power was out from Spokane Street on the south to about 5th Street on the north, and from the river to about Okanagan Street on the west. Traffic signals in the area were also knocked out, triggering an emergency alert from Rivercom Emergency Dispatch. The PUD says power was restored in about an hour. No information on what caused that outage. What's left of the old Cascade High School in Leavenworth is currently in the process of demolition as the school district makes way for a new high school this fall. The old administration offices and rest of the building will be torn down over the next few days, and then the final phase of the construction is the athletic wing that connects the academic wing with the existing gyms. The new high school will also feature a new theater, which will provide retractable, comfortable seating for an audience of 500. The academic wing, administrative offices, library, and rest of the newly constructed area will be ready for students on August 28th, the next school year. Phase 2 will be completed in January 2019. Well, coming up next, Monday was newly hired Omi Gardens director Nina Howell's first day on the job. We talked to her. Coming up this weekend, the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is offering low-cost rabies vaccine for area pets. And pyrotechnics experts continue preparations for the Let's Have a Blast fireworks display tomorrow night at Walla Walla Point Park in Wenatchee. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Eastern Washington. It's a great place to call home and a great time to own a home. It's the ideal place to lay down roots for your family and your future. Gisa Credit Union thinks Eastern Washington is a great place to own a home too. That's why we offer all kinds of home loans with personal attention every step of the way. We're your home. For home loans, we're Gisa Credit Union.
Todd's a great boss. Sometimes he can be a little intense.
Adam, how about a lunchtime run?
I'd love to, Todd, but I gotta... Oh, Mr. Jones, you made it! I'm glad you can make it. You're really gonna love our lifetime warranty on all new Hondas. Let's walk and talk.
Oh, the running thing? It gets him hustling. I consider myself a great motivator.
So Pam, how's your mom doing?
She's okay. She's struggling. She'd like to stay in her house, and it's getting harder for her to do the daily chores.
What kinds of problems is she having?
Just basic house cleaning, taking care of her house, yard work, taking care of her medicine.
Mm-hmm. It does sound exhausting.
It is very exhausting, and I always worry about her.
Aging and Adult Care can assist you or your loved one to remain comfortably and safely in their own home. Contact them today to start the conversation.
Welcome back. In another news, operating one of Washington State's most iconic botanical garden is no walk in the park. Mike Short has been doing it for 24 years and is now officially retired. Monday was newly hired Omi Gardens director Nina Howell's first day on the job. She and Short spoke to NCWLIFe's Steve Hare about the transition and the future of Omi Gardens.
Obviously, maintaining a park of this size, plus trying to develop a marketing strategy, is a pretty large undertaking.
It became too much. Yeah, it's long hours, but it's something you have to enjoy. So it's a lifestyle job versus an 8 to 5.
So now you can retire and enjoy some of the park settings here.
Yeah, I came to Chelan County to enjoy all the recreational opportunities that it has, and now I'm going to have a chance to do that. So.
Fantastic. Well, thanks a lot for your service.
You bet.
You
Thanks.
betcha. Let's turn now to Nina Howell, our new director of marketing here at Omi Gardens, and boy, oh boy, you must be excited.
I am absolutely just thrilled. Gardening is in my DNA. I was born this way, and so this is just the most perfect opportunity for me in a lifetime. So.
Well, obviously this is a successful venue in its own right, but yes. What are your ideas for maybe spurring more interest?
Yeah. So, we have done a beautiful job of stewardship over this last 24 years, but now's the time to go out to the community and talk to our community leaders and ask them, what do we want to see for Omi Gardens over the next 5-10 years? What type of innovations that will lead the way, that will provide value to the people in both our valley and our surrounding valley as well, in Leavenworth and Lake Chelan. But also, what is it going to take to make this a Pacific Northwest acclaimed destination? And that's the bar. When you think of Wenatchee, when you think of Central Washington, one of the first things that we're going to think about is Omi Gardens. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm excited to take some of those first steps.
Howell says she plans to meet with a variety of groups over the course of the next several months to start a long-term strategic plan for Omi Gardens that could also possibly lead to future park development and new features. Well, coming up this weekend, the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society is offering low-cost rabies vaccine for area pets. The vaccine clinic is this Saturday, July 7th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Space is limited and vaccinations are available on a first-come, first-served basis. Pet owners must be income qualified to be considered. Cost is just $10 per rabies vaccination for the first pet and $5 for each one after. Adults 18 years and older must accompany their pet to this clinic. Dogs must be on a leash and cats need to be transported in a carrier. Pyrotechnics experts continue preparations for the Let's Have a Blast fireworks display tomorrow night at Walla Walla Point Park in Wenatchee. Chelan PUD began work last week to rebuild the spit used as a staging area for the fireworks, which was washed out earlier this year because of spring flooding. Activities, entertainment, and a beer and wine garden begin at 3 p.m. at the park. The $25,000 fireworks display lasts roughly 20 minutes and begins at 9:50 p.m. at Walla Walla Point Park. A free shuttle will be provided beginning at 8 p.m. at Shopco and runs until 9 p.m. Shuttles will then be standing by when the fireworks end to return to Shopco. All traffic on Walla Walla Street will also be closed at 9 o'clock, and about 15,000 people are expected to attend. If you can't make it to the park, NCWLIFE channel will have live coverage of the fireworks beginning at 9:30 tomorrow night. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, your sports update with Dan Kuntz in for Eric Granstrom. He'll have a look at the upcoming Mariners series against the Angels and the results of last night's Apple Sox game against the Yakima Valley Pippins. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
Where will you be a year from now? You could be working as a medical assistant. The Charter College Medical Assistant Certificate Program gets you work ready in 10 months. Add 5 more months to earn an associate degree. We prepare you with hands-on training and support you after graduation with job search help and interview skills. Institutionally accredited by the Accrediting Bureau of Health Education Schools, Charter has been training healthcare professionals for more than 30 years. Charter College. We work to get you to work.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
It's a free walk-in job search assistance center. It is designed to help job seekers with the tools that they need to find a job. We have partnered with libraries in 5 other cities, providing the same types of services that we offer here, just there.
Just walk in, we have laptops, and we can help you with resume, cover letter.
All of our services are paid for by the revenues earned in our store. Goodwill is just a tool that the community is using to help their neighbors find a job. Goodwill, there's more behind the store.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel. Hi everybody, I'm Dan Kuntz. Eric Granstrom is on assignment this week. I am in charge of sports. Why? We don't know. The Wenatchee Apple Sox scored 4 runs in the first inning. That was all the scoring they needed. That was all the scoring that there was. And they knocked off the Yakima Valley Pippins last night at Paul Thomas Senior Field. Again, the final was 4-0. Curtis Boffus tossed 6 scoreless innings. He gets the victory. Troy Stainbrook tossed the final 3 innings to pick up his 5th save of the season. The two combined to strike out 14 Yakima Valley Pippins. So they shut out the Northwest Star Academy. That was a non-league game on Saturday. So the Sox have now shut out back-to-back opponents, and they have their 3rd shutout of the year last night. All the scoring in the first inning. The Sox came to the plate ready to score, and they did with 1 out. Mason Marenko walked Johnny Sage. Had a base hit. That put the runners at first and second. Then Connor McCord had a base hit to left field. That drove in Marenko. It was 1-0 Apple Sox. Jacob Prater hit by a pitch. Corey Meyer hit a 2-run base hit to left, and during Jake Taylor's at-bat, a wild pitch put Prater to home, and that capped the scoring. The Sox go for the series win tonight. They'll take on Yakima Valley at 7:05, and don't forget, after the game tonight, fireworks at Paul Thomas Senior Field. Seattle Mariners were off on Monday, but they're back at it again tonight. The Angels are at Safeco Field for a 3-game set. First pitch at 7:10. Seattle has the longest current winning streak in the majors, 7 in a row. After they beat the Royals 1-0 on Sunday, their .635 winning percentage, 4th best in all of baseball, behind the Red Sox, the Yankees, and the Astros. Tonight is a rematch of a game back on June 11th. Andrew Heaney will start for the Angels. Wade LeBlanc will go for the M's. LeBlanc has given up 10 runs on 18 hits in 10 1/3 innings over his last 2 starts. Hopefully, he'll do a little better. And that is sports on this Tuesday. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Dan. It's that time of year where people are lighting off fireworks, and that can cause a great deal of distress for pets. NCWLIFE's Megan McPherson got some advice from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society on how to keep your pets comfortable during this time, as well as what to do if they go missing.
Hey guys, Megan here with the NCWLIFE channel. We are here with Renee Parkins, the Development Officer of the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Renee, now is the time of year where people are lighting off lots of fireworks, and that tends to scare a lot of pets. Do you have any advice for pet owners in regards to fireworks?
Yeah, as a general rule, fireworks are fun for people, but they can really be scary for animals. They're very sudden and loud and just really unexpected. So the first thing that we recommend from the shelter is to leave your pets at home, especially if you're going down to the park to watch fireworks. It's hot out, there's a lot of people, and those can cause distress in animals as well as loud noises. 4th of July is one of the busiest nights of the year for animal care and control between found pets and lost pets. And so if you can leave your pets at home in a nice secure room that's quiet and safe, has maybe some extra pillows, some music playing in the background, those are great things to do if you know you're going to be out for the evening. Take your dog for a walk or play with your cat at home. You know, tired animals are happy animals, so those can help kind of reduce that stress too.
And if your pet goes missing, or if you find a stray pet, what should you do?
The first thing you can do is look at their license. If they have one of the new green animal care and control licenses, they have QR codes on the back. You can scan with your phone, and as long as the owner has uploaded their information, you can call the 800 number and they can get a hold of the pet owner. The other thing you can do is call Animal Care and Control. They can come get the animal. But again, they are very busy that evening, so it can take some time. If you've lost your pet, definitely make sure you go to our website, fill out a form with pictures. It's always helpful. If you found a pet, you can also do that. If you can home it for the evening, that's also helpful. You can just upload the pictures and say that the animal is with you. And if you have lost a pet, come in on the 5th and see if we have it here.
We'll be back with the recap of some of our top stories and your complete local weather forecast right after this. Stay with us.
With 15,000 square feet to explore, you'll find something special at the Antique Mall at Cashmere. For the do-it-yourselfers and those with a keen eye for making something old fresh and new again, the Antique Mall at Cashmere is the place to come find your next project. From the coin enthusiasts to avid collectors, Antique Mall at Cashmere has treasures in every corner. Come find your treasure today. Antique Mall at Cashmere's friendly staff is here to help. Stop on by today.
Oh, hey Nate, what you doing there?
I'm just reading a book.
A book? I didn't even know they made those anymore. Where'd you get it?
Right down the street at Yield Bookshop.
Yield Bookshop? I'm gonna go check it out.
If you're looking for a good book to read, or you're in the market for some beautiful handcrafted creations from local artisans, look no further than Yield Bookshop right in the heart of downtown Wenatchee.
Walk and Roll Wenatchee's Asian Express is fast, fresh food. Wenatchee Roll's new Poke Hawaiian Fresh Salad Bar is the best. Fresh greens, fresh seafood, and handmade sauces. You know what you want. At Walk and Roll, create your own style meal. Hot off the line chicken, beef, and veggie plates. Lunch or dinner to match your appetite. Fresh sushi, hot entrees, Poke Fresh Salad Bar. It's new. It's Walk and Roll Wenatchee, fast, fresh food your way. Located on 5th and Mission.
Lake Chelan Mailboxes is a small place with a lot to offer. Job one is shipping and receiving from A to Z. They pack it, they label it, they ship it. But did you know we also offer notary service, online computer access, legal forms, copies, greeting cards, and of course, mailboxes. Chelan Mailboxes, everything you need in one small package.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. The man who confessed to setting the Sleepy Hollow fire 3 years ago was sentenced today in Chelan County Superior Court. 30-year-old Jeremy Kendall has been ordered by Judge Robert McSeveny to serve 27 months in prison with 18 months of supervision after he's released. The Stormy Creek fire near Eniat remained at 80 acres overnight and is 10% contained. The fire started around 3:30 p.m. Sunday on the west side of the Eniat River, about 17 miles up from US 97A on Eniat River Road near Stormy Creek. The fire is under the management of a joint command comprised of the Chelan, Eniat, Manson, and Orondo fire districts, as well as the State Department of Natural Resources and U.S. Forest Service firefighters. There are approximately 140 personnel on scene, including 3 20-person hand crews. 2 additional hand crews have been ordered. Wind continues to be a major concern, along with an expected warming trend over the next few days. The fire is moving upslope away from the Eniat River toward Tyee Ridge. Air assets, helicopters, and fixed-winged airplanes have been used and remain a valuable part of the fire suppression efforts. At this time, there are no fire closures. Campgrounds, trails, and forest roads are accessible to the public. However, level 1 evacuation notices are still in place for about 50 to 60 homes on both sides of Eniat River Road from milepost 20 Tyee Ranch to Potato Creek Road. Well, a big boom and then the power went out. Those were the Facebook posts this morning as Wenatchee area residents described an electrical outage that knocked about 2,700 Chelan County PUD customers off the grid overnight. It started shortly after 2 a.m. Power was out from Spokane Street on the south to about 5th Street on the north and from the river to around Okanagan Street on the west. Traffic signals in the area were knocked out, triggering an emergency alert from Rivercom Emergency Dispatch. The PUD says power was restored in about an hour. No information on what caused that outage. Time now for a check of your north central Washington weather forecast. And before we get to the details of that, let's take a look once again outside our beautiful weather window as we look at Turtle Rock on the Columbia River, as we look from our Rondo Sky-Fi Tower cam, our PTZ cam. And you can see there are some clouds along the horizon, but lots of blue sky out there too. So we've seen a mix of clouds and sun today. The good news about our weather today, a lot less wind. In fact, winds only about 5 to 15 miles an hour out there. And as we take a look at what we can expect over the next 4 days, we're going to show you today our cloud cover map. And there's not much to show you today, a little bit of cloud cover throughout central Washington. You can see a cold front that's poised to move in off the west coast of Washington. That's that cloud cover you see right there. And as we move into our Independence Day tomorrow, some of that cloudiness will move over into north central Washington as that cold front kicks into gear eastward. We will see a beautiful day though tomorrow with temperatures warming into the lower and mid 80s. Winds will be light as well. And then Thursday, we're looking at possibly the hottest day of the entire year so far. Look at all of that sunshine that we should enjoy on Thursday. An area of low pressure will move through. Look at the line of clouds off the west coast. That's a cold front that will also move through on Thursday. That'll bring us just slightly cooler temperatures on Friday. A few more clouds behind that front as it moves into the panhandle of Idaho. And then we will see another warm up as we get into our weekend and especially the first part of next week. Let's take a look now at your quick lube and tune forecast. Tonight we'll drop down to 57 degrees, just light winds for our 4th of July tomorrow under partly cloudy skies. We should see a high temperature of 83 degrees. For Thursday, yeah, sunny and hot. If we do reach 92, it will be the warmest day that we've seen so far this year. We've only reached 90 degrees one time this entire year, and that was on the first day of summer back on June 21st. Still warm on Friday too as we end our work week. Warm temperatures at 88 degrees. And then just a mild weekend. Saturday and Sunday both sunshine with temperatures in the low to mid 80s. Monday as we start our next week, sunny and mild with a high of 85, and we will go up from there looking past into our long-term forecast. We'll talk more about that later on in the week. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around north central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. Also, keep it right here on the NCW Life channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with host Dan Kuntz and News with Steve Hare. Thanks for joining us. Have a safe Independence Day and have a great night.
This is TV. This is TV Set Free. TV everywhere from Localtel sets you free to watch what you want, where you want. Catch your favorite networks, including live TV, ready to watch on any web-connected device for no extra charge. That's TV Set Free. Enjoy the extra value Localtel delivers with TV everywhere. Visit localtel.net and sign up today.
Get the fastest internet available in north central Washington by switching to Localtel and get speeds up to 1,000 meg. Call 888-8888 today or go online to localtel.net.
Looking for a hands-on, high-demand job? Now is the perfect time to get trained for a career in manufacturing. Washington currently has a shortage of skilled tradespeople, and retirements are making room for more. The machining program at Wenatchee Valley College is designed to give students the foundation to excel in this precision industry. Don't wait, there are only 15 spots left. A 2-year degree and a 1-year certificate are available. Learn more at wvc.edu/machining.
Are you watching me? If you're watching me and you are a business owner in North Central Washington, your potential customers could be seeing your TV commercial right now. With Solion Broadcasting, TV advertising is effective and affordable. Place your ads on the network best suited to your potential customers, or get top-of-mind awareness with 16 cable networks, including NCWLIFE, your local TV channel. Give Solely on Broadcasting a call at 888-2020 today to see how easy and affordable it is to advertise